My beloved child, lean in closely because what you are about to hear carries the kind of weight that stops time in its tracks. Do not take this lightly, for every word you are reading is laced with a truth that has been hidden in plain sight. Someone is not speaking to you at this very moment, but still the invisible thread between you has not snapped, it is pulling tighter with every passing second. The silence you feel is not emptiness. It is not absence. It is the heaviest form of presence, lingering in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to come forward. What you mistake as distance is actually proof of something they cannot say out loud, something they are struggling to keep buried inside. You see, when someone avoids words, it does not mean they are free of feelings. Quite the opposite, it means the feelings are so strong that language fails them. And even though you do not hear their voice, even though their messages remain unsent, they are circling around you with thoughts that are louder than words. This is the tension between what is spoken and what is left unsaid. It is the battle of the heart versus the tongue, and right now their silence is screaming louder than any confession. You cannot see it yet, but heaven has already decided that this silence will soon break like thunder across a midnight sky. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Their absence in words is not absence in action. Look closely at the signs, the way they glance and then quickly look away, the way they linger in spaces you occupy, the way their name still finds a path into your orbit even when their lips remain sealed. These are not coincidences, they are cracks in the mask they wear. You may have asked yourself why they pulled back, why the air grew heavy with unspoken truths. The answer lies in the way they are protecting something fragile inside themselves. They are not ignoring you because they do not care. They are silent because they care more than they can handle. This silence is their shield. It is the armor they wear when the weight of their own emotions becomes unbearable. And yet, every shield has a weakness, and theirs is beginning to shatter beneath the pressure of what they feel for you. Do not think for a moment that their silence equals forgetfulness. No, my child, they carry you in every thought, every step, every stolen breath. You are the hidden rhythm of their life, even if they cannot find the courage to let the melody reach your ears. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Even when they turn their back, their heart turns toward you. Even when their mouth says nothing, their eyes tell the story. And even when they disappear into the crowd, something inside them never lets you out of sight. This is why silence, in its rawest form, often reveals the deepest attachment. They have built a wall of silence, but the cracks are spreading. And through those cracks, their feelings are spilling like light through shattered glass. The day is near when silence will no longer hold the weight of their truth, and words will fall from their lips whether they are ready or not. Until then, their silence is a test. A test of your patience, of your faith, of your ability to trust what cannot be heard but can always be felt. And heaven says you have been stronger than you realize in carrying this unseen burden. Your heart has already recognized what your ears have been denied. You feel it in the heaviness that comes when their name is whispered inside your spirit. You feel it in the restless nights, in the way you cannot shake their memory no matter how much time passes. Type Amen to get blessing 555. This person is holding their breath every time they see you, every time they hear your name, every time a reminder of you appears unexpectedly in their world. They may not speak, but silence is only hiding the storm within. Their chest aches with words unsaid, and sooner or later, they will spill. The truth is, they fear what will happen if they open their mouth. They fear rejection, exposure, the unraveling of their carefully guarded world. But heaven is already guiding their steps toward you, and silence cannot win forever. You, my beloved, are their unfinished sentence. You are the pause between their words, the comma that refuses to let the story end. And even though they may not be talking to you right now, they are writing you into every chapter of their life in secret ink. This is not the end. This is not goodbye. This is only the heavy, suspended moment before the curtain lifts, before the truth is revealed, before the silence is finally broken. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Their silence is not a punishment, it is their protection. They are protecting you from their storms, from the chaos that spins inside their heart every night. But what they don't know is that the silence itself is causing storms in you too. The truth is, you have already stepped so deep inside their soul that escaping is no longer possible. They can turn away, they can withhold words, they can even disappear for a time, but nothing erases the imprint you have left behind. That mark will remain, burning silently within them until the end of their days. Heaven has shown them glimpses, flashes of what life with you truly means. And those flashes haunt them even in their quiet moments. They may not speak your name, but every time they dream, you are there waiting in the shadows of their mind. This silence will not last forever. It cannot. For silence has a weight limit, and the weight of their hidden love is growing heavier every day. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Their friends notice it too. They notice the way their mood shifts when your name is mentioned, the way their eyes suddenly cloud over with emotions too deep to explain. They notice the way they pretend not to care, yet their entire body betrays them. The truth is, even those closest to them can see through the act. They can see that you are the reason behind the sleepless nights, the reason behind the restless wandering, the reason behind the 1,000 thoughts they cannot put into words. Silence is no disguise when the heart screams this loudly. You may not hear them now, but heaven whispers that the day is near when their heart will break its chains. Words will rush out, unstoppable, uncontrollable, undeniable. And when that moment comes, you will finally see what their silence was hiding all along. They are not gone. They are not lost. They are only preparing for the moment when truth finally outweighs fear. Type Amen to get blessing 888. In the stillness of the night, when no one is watching, they replay everything. The conversations you had, the way your laughter lingered, the way your presence shifted the air in the room. These memories refuse to fade, no matter how hard they try to bury them. They silence themselves in public, but in private, your name falls from their lips like a confession they can no longer control. Their heart is speaking even if their mouth remains closed. And heaven is listening to every unspoken prayer, every unspoken longing. There is a spiritual rope tying you both together, and silence cannot cut it. The rope pulls tighter whenever they run, reminding them that distance is not the answer. Silence is not freedom, it is prison. This is why their silence feels so loud to you. Because even though you cannot hear words, you are still hearing their soul. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They are testing themselves right now, pretending to move on, pretending to stay away. But the act is failing because no matter how far they run, every sign, every coincidence, every moment pulls them back toward you. Archangel Michael says, heaven has placed your photo in their heart, and no silence can erase it. They can try to deny it, but they are only delaying the inevitable. The bond was written before they were even born, and no silence can rewrite destiny. You are their unfinished story, the page that refuses to close. They cannot escape the truth that you are the one their heart beats for, even if their mouth is locked shut. Heaven is preparing to shake their silence until the truth falls out. The weight is unbearable, and soon, the silence will shatter. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. They are pretending not to notice you, but inside their chest a war is raging. The silence is their weapon, but it is also their wound. And every day that passes, the wound gets deeper, forcing them to face the truth they can no longer run from. Heaven has been watching how much this silence has tested you. Yet your spirit did not break, even when their distance tried to crush you. Instead, you grew stronger, and that strength is what will soon bring the truth into the light. You are their mirror, the reflection they cannot destroy no matter how hard they try. When they see themselves, they see you. And that is why silence cannot last forever. Because to deny you is to deny themselves. The walls they built are trembling now. Their silence is crumbling, and behind it is a storm of emotions waiting to pour out like a flood that has been held back for too long. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Each time they try to move on, heaven places a sign in front of them. A song plays at the wrong time, your face flashes in their dreams, or someone says your name when they least expect it. These signs haunt them because they cannot outrun destiny. Archangel Michael says their silence is not rejection, it is delay. It is fear dressed up as distance. And heaven has already decided that fear will not win. Every step they take away from you only circles back to the same truth. They are bound to you by something bigger than themselves, and no silence can untangle what heaven has tied together. This is why their silence feels temporary, because deep down, even they know it cannot hold forever. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. The silence burns them from within. They feel it in the restless tossing at night, in the sudden heaviness that comes without reason, in the ache that grows stronger every time they try to forget. Their heart betrays them with every beat. You may not see their tears, but they fall in the hidden hours. You may not hear their prayers, but they rise like smoke into heaven's hands. And heaven has heard enough to know that their silence is only a mask. They want to reach out, but fear freezes their tongue. They want to speak, but the weight of what they feel chokes them. Still, the words are gathering, rising, waiting for the day they finally break free. The silence is the cocoon, and soon the butterfly of truth will emerge whether they want it or not. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Even when they stand in a crowd, their thoughts drift to you. Even when they laugh with others, there is a hollow place inside that only your presence can fill. They cannot escape it, no matter how much they try. This silence has taught them one thing: life without you feels incomplete. It feels like walking with half a heart, like breathing with half a lung, like living in shadows without sunlight. And that emptiness grows heavier every single day. Archangel Michael says heaven has written your name into their soul, and silence cannot erase what is eternal. Their resistance is breaking, their fear is collapsing, and soon their truth will burst through like lightning in the night. Their silence is about to end, and when it does, everything will change. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Their silence is not weakness, it is a storm waiting to break. They hold back because they know once they open their mouth, nothing will ever be the same again. And this fear of change is what has kept their lips sealed for so long. But the truth cannot be buried forever. It rises like fire under the surface, heating every thought, burning every excuse. And one day soon, the fire will break through, unstoppable and undeniable. You are not forgotten, my beloved. You are the hidden reason behind their sleepless nights and restless days. And no silence can erase a soul connection this strong. Their silence is heavy now, too heavy to carry much longer. The cracks are spreading wider, and soon the weight will crush every wall they tried to build. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. Even when they act as if they do not see you, heaven shows them reminders everywhere. A familiar scent brushes past them, and it feels like you are standing near. A sudden memory flashes across their mind, and their chest aches with longing. They can pretend not to care in front of others. But in their solitude, the truth screams inside them louder than anything else. Their silence is not victory, it is surrender disguised as control. Heaven whispers that their silence is ending. That the storm they are holding back will soon break into thunder. And when it does, you will finally see what heaven has been preparing all along. This is not the end. It is the hidden beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. They thought silence would protect them, but instead, it has exposed them. Every gesture, every glance, every hesitation reveals what they tried to bury. Silence has only amplified their truth. They thought silence would weaken your connection, but instead, it has strengthened it. The absence of words has forced the bond to grow roots deeper than sound. And now, silence itself has become proof of their love. Archangel Michael says silence is the space where truth grows. And the truth between you both has now become too big to remain hidden. The silence that once seemed endless will now collapse under its own weight. Your connection was never fragile. It was always unbreakable, and silence has only proven that. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Their body betrays them. When they see you, their heartbeat races, their breath shortens, their hands tremble. The silence is breaking them piece by piece. They try to hide behind distractions, but every distraction fades, and you remain. They try to laugh with others, but their soul feels empty without you. They try to live normally, but silence keeps dragging them back into thoughts of you. The silence has become a cage, and they are the prisoner inside. Heaven has the key, and soon that cage will unlock whether they are ready or not. Words will come like rain, fast and unstoppable. And every drop will carry the truth you were meant to hear. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Their silence is the proof that words are not enough. Their heart carries a language deeper than the mouth can speak. And you, my beloved, are the only one who can hear it. When they walk away, their shadow still follows you. When they keep quiet, their spirit still whispers your name. When they hide, heaven still drags their heart back toward you. Silence was never the end, it was the preparation. The preparation for a confession that will change the course of your life forever. And that moment is closer than you think. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Their silence is cracking like thin ice under heavy footsteps. The more they resist, the more the truth pushes forward, demanding to be heard. And no matter how tightly they hold on, the silence is slipping away from their grasp. They thought time would help them forget, but time betrayed them. Every day only made their feelings stronger, every night only deepened their longing. Time has become their greatest enemy, reminding them of the truth they tried to hide. Heaven has seen the tears they hide, the ache in their chest, the restless hours when they cannot escape your presence in their mind. Their silence has turned into a prison they cannot escape. And heaven is preparing the key that will soon break them free. When the silence finally breaks, it will come like a flood. Words will pour out faster than they can stop, and their heart will reveal everything they once tried to bury. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. Even now, they are rehearsing what they want to say. Lines play in their head, conversations they imagine with you, moments where they almost reach for their phone but stop at the last second. The silence is not because they have nothing to say, it is because they have too much. The truth burns inside them like fire. It consumes their thoughts, it shakes their soul, and it leaves them restless every time they think of you. They cannot silence this fire much longer. You are the reason their world feels incomplete. You are the missing piece they cannot replace, the echo they cannot silence, the heartbeat they cannot ignore. Heaven has tied their soul to yours, and silence cannot break a heavenly knot. Their resistance is collapsing. Their silence is ending. Their truth is coming. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Archangel Michael says the silence was allowed for a reason. It was to test their courage, to sharpen your patience, and to prepare both hearts for what is to come. But the test is ending, and the revelation is near. The silence has stretched as far as it can go. The rope is at its breaking point, and heaven will not let it hold any longer. The connection is too divine, too powerful, too destined to remain hidden. Soon, you will hear their voice again, and it will not be like before. It will be deeper, truer, heavier with all the words they held back for so long. And when it happens, you will understand why heaven made you wait. This silence is ending, and with its ending, a new chapter begins. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. They will come to you not empty-handed but full of truth. Every hidden thought, every secret longing, every suppressed feeling will rise to the surface. And the silence that once felt endless will turn into confessions you never expected to hear. Your patience will be rewarded. Your endurance will be honored. And your faith in what you felt, even in the quiet, will finally be proven right. The silence was never rejection. It was preparation for a connection too powerful to be rushed. Heaven has been aligning every detail so that when the silence breaks, nothing will stand in the way. And that breaking is coming sooner than you think. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. They are not speaking now, but still the truth is alive inside them. Still the love is growing, still the bond is unshaken, still the future is waiting. Silence has not killed the connection, it has made it indestructible. When the words finally reach you, you will realize silence was not your enemy. It was your proof. Proof that even without sound, the bond was real, unbreakable, eternal. And when the truth finally pours out, it will heal every wound the silence once caused. It will bring closure, peace, and clarity like sunlight breaking through storm clouds. The silence is ending. The truth is coming. The story is beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 2525.